Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Terra Invicta. I'm your host, Calvin, and I hope you're all doing well this evening. So, since this is the first episode, I want to go over this game real quick, since it's another sleeper. Not everyone may have heard of it, although it is by the same publisher as Workers and Resources and Manor Lords. Shout out to Hooded Horse, they are probably my favorite publisher. And I mean that. They know how to find these indie games and let them cook. And man, do they taste good. So, Terra Invicta is XCOM, but from the point of view of the Council. In fact, if I just go to New Game here, we get to select a faction, which is really cool. There are 8 different factions, and they all are effectively an Illuminati organization responding to alien arrival. Ranging from Humanity First, which is the not one step back, we will nuke ourselves to death before you have this planet alive, and all the way over to the Servants, which basically are Xeno-worshipping scum, let's be honest here. There's also a couple other interesting ones, like the Academy, which is a bunch of tree-hugging hippies that try and make an alliance with the aliens and save humanity that way. Or Project Exodus. You know, honestly, I have my opinions on the factions, but I can at least respect Exodus. You know? No one to hold them, no one to fold them. And given just how difficult this game is, I respect Exodus, because honestly, folding here is not a bad statistical move. But today we're actually going to be playing as the Initiative. The Initiative is probably my favorite faction, and it's tough to go over why, because I don't necessarily want to spoil stuff. But I'll give a little bit brief rundown. The faction note is exploiting alien arrival to gain power, which is accurate. It wasn't always written this way, though, and like the faction kind of gets a bit of a bad rap because it unlocks a lot of like evil options, honestly. Including like promoting that the alien arrival is a hoax, and or selling alien merchandise for money, and stuff like that. They are enigmatic of a faction in that sense, which I think makes it troubling for people. Like a lot of the times they've even like been compared to like Trumpism and vaccine denial, when they are far from it and are probably the most Illuminati of the Illuminati. Like, the point is to gain power. They are basically the true Illuminati, you know? We will be a cabal of capitalists seeking to rule the world. The easiest way to do that is exploiting the alien arrival. We are, I believe, the only faction that can use alien technology against them, actually. Everyone else will be limited to whatever they can develop on Earth. But us, we'll be like, oh, so this is how the aliens work. What if we did this? You know, we kind of get that as some of our special technology. Like I said, it's really difficult to, talk about it. It's not even like Dwarf Fortress where I can talk about it in coded language and be like, yeah, we're gonna open up the circus and let all the clowns out. No, there's no coded language here. But I'm gonna start a long campaign. Now this series is gonna be hella long. If I had to guess, triple digits. Assuming I even keep to like 30 to 60 minutes, which I don't know. But this is going to be one hell of a long series, so get ready and settle in. I'm not going to look to go super fast. I will definitely explain things as we go, for at least the first while. And importantly, I am not going to record particularly far ahead. That means and this is just honestly something changing in the channel. For the month of December, I was realistically extraordinarily busy. Moving, the holidays and everything else. And I've had barely any recording time. I actually sat down through the month of most of November and basically recorded out all the December videos. Because, yeah, that's just how it had to go. But now I'm back. And that means I'll be able to be a lot more receptive to your comments, so please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Now, since I am playing Terra Invicta from Canada, I do know that I am going to start with a Canadian counselor. Fun fact. Your first counselor is always from your home country. Now, unfortunately, this loading screen's a little bit long, but it's the only one. And I don't necessarily want to skip it because I don't want to, like, accidentally miss any of the really good opening cutscene. Like, when that cutscene starts, I'm just going to shut up. I've watched it dozens of times, and it's still good. Oh boy, here we go.
We remember the day the stars answered, the day we learned we were not alone. As a familiar sun rose on an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility, and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Survival of the fittest has always been the game. Whether you're beating your enemy with a rock or a lawsuit, you have to be vicious to be the top dog. Because when you've worked for everything, and you've fought for all you have, nothing will satisfy you, except everything.
All right. So, UFO crashes on Earth in the Novosibirsk region of Russia. While the wreckage is unrecoverable, we suspect the alien lifeform escaped into the surrounding countryside.
Welcome, boss. The council has appointed you leader of our organization. I am Soren van Beek, your chief operating officer. We're living in a time of great change. The alien arrival will transform our world, possibly beyond recognition, and we must be positioned to respond appropriately to whatever opportunities may occur.
All right. A new objective, investigate the alien crash site. So this is the UI. It's actually a little different than it used to be. To be fair, this is a newish version. It's actually a experimental beta branch, so hopefully it's stable. We get a full geoscape of the globe, and a little more. There we go. I'll just have to zoom out. Oh. Come on, little further. And here's the inner solar system. Mars, Mercury, and Venus. You know, we've got the major asteroids. There are 360 total stellar objects. So, keep that in mind. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and a whole bunch of other things. I will do a little bit of spoiling. The aliens have arrived somewhere in the Kuiper Belt out here. I can't tell you where. It'll be one of these asteroids. And that is their arrival point. Actually. Why do... I wonder, I'm just curious. Some of them seem to have more resources revealed than others. Honestly, I don't know. I've never messed over this and seen this before. That's entirely new. But that's okay. And you have a base of operations out here. They are very resource limited at the start, but they will expand. We need to try and respond fairly quickly, because in essence, we are in a race against time. It will be somewhere in the realm of 2040 to 2050, depending, before the aliens will actually start trying to land troops and invade Earth, you know? Because I'll spoil that. They don't come in peace. The Academy, the ones I was talking about before that make a sort of peaceful thing, have a peaceful thing going on with the aliens, or want to try to anyway, actually start out... Oh wow, why the hell? I was gonna say, start out actually very strong. Yeah, at least in Europe. Interestingly, also I was gonna say America normally, but apparently we start strong in America nowadays. All right, that's interesting. So this little circle here is public opinion, basically between the different factions. The purple, it is a linear line. on a scale of most anti-alien to least anti-alien. That sounds like a weird way to put it, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's accurate enough. You know, it's accurate enough. So, you know, on one end here we have the servants, and on the other end we have humanity first. Now, that will change, and importantly, there's a sizable difference here. And one of the sort of advantages of being the initiative is we can appeal to everyone because we are more or less in the middle. We have 3 to one side, 4 to the other. Same with Exodus. We're sort of the middle. That also means other people will be able to pull public support from us a little bit easier, though. Which, you know, it's a double-edged sword. And otherwise, though, there's a pile of statistics here which it would be pointless to go over and explain immediately. Instead, I'm going to work with our primary method of doing things, our counselors. So I have 2 here.
Ready for my mission.
Chie Tang.
Ready for my mission.
And William Boylard. Alright. So, wow. 8 persuasion off the bat.
At your
That's
service.
not too bad. 7 investigation. Okay. So, I'm just going to send you to the crash site immediately. Investigate.
On the way to the target site.
Acknowledged.
So I can select the counselor to do a mission down here. And as the game recommends, yeah, investigate the alien crash site. You, though. Alright, let me have a closer look at you. What have you got? Your government. Okay. Loss averse. Sure. Counselor. +1 persuasion, where unity is at least 6. Nice. Expert. Careless. Okay. Yeah. Not great. Not terrible. Basically, this is a guy who should be in the developed world. He suffers a security penalty when there is unrest. So if I sent him somewhere, I don't know, who's got unrest? Yeah, like Pakistan, he would be extremely vulnerable. But in somewhere that has lots of unity, so not America, not us, China? Yeah, there we are, China. It'll be good. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I doubt we can do a ton in... Oh, you don't even have the ability to sway public opinion, do you? I can try in Canada. Yeah, we get 1% success chance in America, which is not great. Man. Canada is probably the best bet. Because it's either that or I want to target China. I basically do want to select a superpower and go off the bat. I think first order business maybe is just Kazakhstan. Yeah. Kazakhstan is an excellent place to come control because they do have the Cosmodrome, which provides us a very useful resource called Boost. If you can't guess by the fact that we have an entire solar system scape, not just a geoscape, we will get going into space, and very quickly. Alright, well, this UI's gotten a lot fancier since I last looked at it. Alright, so we have 3 global researches up here and up to 3 projects down here, which are basically just personal faction researches. Now, mission to space. I'm just going to pour into that. I do not want Skywatch researched. Yeah. So Skywatch and Deep System Skywatch are basically a global research of setting up a bunch of telescopes to, you know, examine celestial bodies in the solar system. And we'll start eventually giving us basically a global line of sight out to whatever the hell the aliens are doing. And importantly, when we discover that, we'll discover they don't come in peace, that they are in fact building warships. Which is good for us, and really bad for the Academy. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to spoil things. Your offers to improve relations. Okay. Screw you. screw you. Yeah. The rest of you I can work with. The rest of you are all cool. But the servants of the Protectorate can go to hell. I do not abide by collaborators. I say accepting the Academy. They're at least functional enough. Anyway, they're not pro-alien enough. Alright. So yeah, we're going to try and seize the Cosmodrome. Oh, and I can speed things up now. It will take 2 weeks for them to complete their mission. It is, in fact, semi-turn-based. There's a turn for our counselors every 2 weeks, although a lot of other things don't necessarily follow that. Ships travel through space in real time, which unfortunately for us means it can take years to reach the outer solar system. At least until we develop some cool shit. Alright. One humanity. The growing realization that we are not the sole sapient species in the universe is causing many to see their fellow humans in a new light, leading to hopes that we can overcome our capacity for strife to address the alien arrivals one people. Yeah, there's nothing quite like uniting humanity by giving them something else to other. Be one of the few things that could unite us, truly. Alright. And here we are, the UN Security Council meets. The UN Security Council has met to discuss the alien arrival. Unfortunately, the hoped-for show of international unity did not materialize, with China rushing the United States, accusing each other of hiding knowledge about the alien crash and preventing full access to the site. We have an opportunity to shape events to our advantage, even make our case directly to the nations of the world. However, with the eyes of the world on these meetings, our council's risk of exposure to our enemies is extremely high. We are given 3 options. We can either remain in the shadows, quietly steer support to the initiative, which will give us some influence and spec ops, or we can deliver our manifesto to the world. So, doing so, let's see, grants a small public opinion boost for the initiative around the world, and grant a public opinion boost initiative around the world. I will take this. Influence is really helpful in the early game.
We must not only defend human lives from the aliens, we must ensure those lives remain worth living.
Alright, so we've encountered the resistance. Anyone else who pressed that button will be immediately encountered. It was just us and the resistance. Everyone else is sticking to the ground. That's terrifying. Alright, investigate alien activity mission complete. Alright. We should receive a small bonus to our xenology research going forward.
For now.
Alright. Ready to investigate further. Numerous other groups are attempting to take control of the site in the meantime. Heavy competition seems likely. We've gained 20 influence and 20 science. When it becomes available, complete the Alien Signatures project is our next objective. Yeah, there will be, I think 40 odd objectives in the game. I think. I've gotten very close to the end before. Of the game, but I've never actually managed to win. Alright. Fulfill yeah. So we can now research the Alien Signatures project. So open change project, Alien Signatures. It's 25 research. Yeah, we can get this done very quickly. Let's just go. 28 days, got it. Alright, and our chances of success in Kazakhstan are up to 64% here because of the public opinion boost that we got.
Our presence is growing.
Excellent. Kinda worried. I don't know. Alright, we'll see. It should be fine. So, let's have you go again on Kazakhstan. Since we've now reached... Oh, right. I guess for the first week of the game... Or not first week. I meant words. For the first year of the game, we operate on weekly turns. And then eventually, actually, at like 2040 or 2050 or something, we get to like 3 week and then 1 month turns. The counselors slowly kind of become less useful over time. In that sense, and our ability to shift things sort of fades. Alright. So, persuasion, popular support. Yeah. Do you have any? You have enough XP? I could maybe get you something, or I could give you an organization. Organizations are effectively equipable items, if you will. But, no. So, I'm just going to buy you a persuasion point. There you go. So yeah, 72%. I'm going to invest some influence to try and make this more likely. 8 influence for
establishing our presence.
90%. Let's go for it.
Where to?
So, Kuihei Tang, I'm going to want to send you to defend our interest in Kazakhstan.
Protecting our interest.
So, when I defend our interest in Kazakhstan, a little shield will appear here. And I haven't really talked about how we will attack other people's influence in various countries. Oh, also for the record, I should highlight this. It is October 2022 when this occurs. And the world is mapped as accordingly you would expect. So, there is an ongoing invasion. Pay no heed to the Russians struggling and not doing so well. Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. You know, we kind of have larger fish to fry, which sounds strange, but, you know, it is what it is. Select the management team. Oh dear. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we may now recruit our faction's management team. So, we can choose between lobbyists and influencers, scientists and engineers, officers and operators, financiers and investors. This will basically set us a basic level of income of one of these resources. Either money, influence, ops, or I guess science? Yeah. Like, our monthly, this would be pretty good. Monthly influence income of only 3. The problem is, I know, like, financiers will help really early, but suck later. And our monthly income of influence is already only 56. So, or is already 56, so I think it's got to be financiers. This doesn't even give us income, it just gives us 50. Yeah, so
Making
I'll
things
take...
safe for our people.
Literally, like, multiplied our income by 15. Perfect. This is on daily. Is it double click or no? It must be in the options menu. I can set it to show...
We're taking over.
Ah, perfect. Control nation mission success. We have 2 of the two control points. I can make it show monthly as well, but I do prefer daily. So, as you'll know, oh, the shield's on the top right. Whoops. We now have control over the entire nation of Kazakhstan, which is really good. I don't believe we can truly cement for another 180 days, is it? I think, yeah. We are not consolidated in our authority of this nation, meaning certain policies are denied to its leaders for 180 days. I don't actually know which policies... Oh, okay. Okay. I may not be able to pull them out of the Eurasian Union, which is something I definitely want to do because the unions effectively pool certain resources like boost. I only get basically 1/10 of Kazakhstan's boost because most of it ends up going to Russia, in effect. Now, I'm not here for the long term. I am honestly going to be incredibly destructive while here. So I'm going to set, kleptocratic, it's preset. I'm going to set us to spoil this place. Spoil is basically take whatever the heck's not nailed down and leave. The plan is later. It is destructive for the economy. It is destructive for the environment. It promotes inequality. It destroys democracy. It's just bad. But it literally transfers me, like, currently 31 every day, I think, Or no, every time I complete a spoil. So every time I generate 1 investment point. Which is 7 times? Yeah, 7 times per month, roughly. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's going to be an income effectively of 120, 150 a month, give or take, I think. So that's like 5 a day. That's where I'm going to get a lot of my early funding from. So what have you got for experience in all this? In the ties. Hit with a nuclear weapon, oof. Home region. Hometown, Nanjing, China. Noted. So we could send her there. It might be worthwhile. We'll see. I'm just going to progress to the next turn. And it also is probably about time for me to actually... Oh no, I can't expand the council yet. We will eventually have up to 6 main counselors and up to 2 turned counselors, which we don't really get to control, but they will provide us intel on whoever, we've turned them from. Okay. Initially I was thinking, oh hey, we should go for the US, but I don't know, I'm also kind of looking at China now. I don't necessarily have to commit. Defend transmission. I mean, this is actually protected. So it's fine. Because you'll note there's a little red text at the top there. Under normal circumstances, may only be targeted for control by a faction already owning at least 1 control point in the nation. Since there's only 1 other control point in this nation, because it's a smaller nation, this is protected, In large nations, we'll see a lot more control points. And, yeah. No one's made a move on Russia yet, either. Do you have the ability to influence public opinion? No.
Ready for orders.
Nobody with that. Interesting. Might want to buy them. Hong Kong Triad, National Security Bureau. Yeah, they don't have the skills to influence public opinion by default. Yeah, okay, there's one mission-oriented public opinion. So for that one, I need 298. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just chill for a bit here. Or otherwise make a move on something I believe I can complete. Mongolia is good. Yeah, I think I might go with just trenching up around China. Yeah. North Korea and Mongolia are good picks because...
Putting our people in place.
They border both Russia and China. And controlling control points in adjoining regions makes it easier. So, control point in allies / federation, 1.5. Control points in neighbors. So, yeah. So, I'm going to make moves on those. And confirm assignments. I'm assuming, okay. Oh, no. Not you and not France. Do not, I hope someone is going to challenge them. Do not want the Protectorate gaining control of friggin' you. Alright. No one's in the US yet. Or joining. It is oddly quiet. I don't know what everyone else is up to. Oh. Okay, we've the Resistance Exodus in Italy. Servants Academy there. Okay. It looks like everyone else is kind of busy in Europe. That's fine. Europe is a very good starting point because it is like the most rich. But I don't necessarily care much for that because the competition for it makes it difficult to actually maintain. And honestly, the population base isn't huge. So getting somewhere control over like China is very helpful, and you'll see a lot less competition in America as well. So we'll see. All right. We now have Alien Signatures project completed. We can detect alien abductions on Earth.
We've analyzed the samples.
Alright, satellite footage and interviews of local personnel have confirmed that at least one of the ship's crews survived the crash and disappeared into the surrounding wilderness. Yeah, that is the 8th faction, the aliens, actually. They actually kind of play the same game as us. They have counselors, although the missions are completely different and, quite frankly, a little bit busted and OP, but you kind of expect that with this, you know? the aliens start out stronger than us. Go figure. But yeah. So they will go around and influence things. And, you know, from time to time we might see the servants gain like a massive boost in public opinion, or our very heavily entrenched control point might flip to the servants and be like, how are the servants doing that? It's not the servants. It's never the servants. Alright. So, anyway, as I was saying, our research of the debris has also confirmed that the ship was not assembled on Earth. Putting these two things together leads us to one inescapable conclusion. An alien is at large upon our planet. A statement that sounds more appropriate for popular entertainment than for an agenda for the World Economic Council. Further investigation has turned up reports of disappearances in nearby settlements. This raises troubling questions. What are the aliens doing here? And given that we only now detect their presence, how long have they been acting while we have been unaware? It's always a good question. Alright. New objective. Investigate alien abductions. Research the alien origins. So yeah, we'll need to research the technology Deep System Skywatch. And ideally we'll also try and salvage some alien technology. I'll go to the objective screen real quick here. I think I will. Yeah, we've got that. So do mission to space. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be doing that tech, so yeah. Mission to space is the goal. Alright. And let's see, what's this at? Event summary, okay. I feel like I'm suddenly a little bit lost and have forgotten where my objectives are, which is fair. Honestly, I'm surprised I don't get lost in the UI a little more often. There is a lot here. Is it under council? No. I legitimately cannot find my objective screen again. I've opened it in this video too, which is hilarious. But that does not mean I can locate it again. There's a lot going on the UI, and I can also get lost too. Oh, it's this, isn't it? Yeah, there we are. The objectives. So we're going to need to surveil location missions near any alien crash sites. If abductions are detected, send a council on an investigation mission. We'll need to engage one of the following alien assets: a facility, land UFO, orbital habitat, warship, or army, and recover some of the detritus left behind. Alright. And, yeah. There's, I think, yeah, these are, like, general objectives and more of, like, guidelines for how to play. Try and take over the world. But, yeah. That's, I think we're going to leave the first episode. You know, we've got a lot of work to do. We're at least getting a little bit of money and influence income. You know, we can use influence to sway public opinion, grow our control over nations, all the good stuff.
We've gained significant support.
Alright, perfect.
We got our people in place.
Alright, we've taken control of Mongolia and North Korea. Not bad. Not bad at all. Enemy counselor detected. Alright. Detected that someone in the Rome region of Italy is acting as a counselor for one of the other secret organizations that's formed to address the alien arrival. That's fine. We do not care. And an army has fallen under our control. Yep. There is armies, there is combat. We'll see.
Reporting in.
And now you'll see if I try and control nation. Still no. Size of national economy, -29. Well, up to like 30% in Russia. Honestly, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. Especially given Silent secret. Is there anything different? Come on. Unfortunately, a lot of these organizations are tied to certain nations, so I don't have immediate access to them. But maybe launching public campaigns would be a good call. I can always, you know, give it to someone else later. Probably makes a bit most sense, but I should definitely get the purchase in. And there we are. We can now do public campaigning. Alright. 4%. 80%. Yeah. Perfect, honestly. So yeah. Like I said, though, this is probably where we're going to complete the first episode. You know? We're just getting started, and like I said, this is going to be a long game. You know? I've gotten 3 weeks in the first episode, and this game will likely extend into the 2050s. Don't worry, it gets a little bit faster as we go. Alright, but with that in mind, I'd like to thank everyone for watching today. Since this is the first episode, I'm also going to ask for likes, comments, subscriptions, the whole ordeal. Helps the channel grow. And if you want to watch me flail about for the next 30 years trying to not die horribly to aliens, it'll help you keep up to date. God, I am inordinately stressed out starting this series. I love this game and I'm gonna have so much fun, but you could probably tell that, oh man, am I stressed. This game is tough. It's gonna be hard. Oh boy. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I've been your lovely host, Gillen, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.